The decision to move into any senior environment is a very in-depth, emotional discussion for many families, never more so than now. That is why we have done everything that we can to build best-in-class safety protocols to ensure the safety and health of our residents to the greatest ability possible, to ensure that our associates stay safe within that. And we've also been incredibly transparent. Anybody can log on to any Kisco senior living site and read our Kisco protocols, our COVID protocols, can talk to an executive director about everything that we are doing to balance the safety of our residents with the quality of life.
We have an ongoing training and safety protocols, for disaster preparedness, and covers a number of different things. Adjusting to the pandemic, we looked at those protocols and how we could implement some of the same techniques and some of the same parameters to the pandemic in our response. We were prepared with some personal protective equipment that we already had set aside for disaster preparedness. And we just built onto those training scenarios that we had in the past. And we were very lucky that our home office was able to make contact with different companies to be able to get us the personal protective equipment that we needed.
I would say that I had no doubts when I moved her in here, and it was right in the middle of COVID, that it was safe and that there were no concerns on it, and that everybody was extraordinarily paying attention and using masks and caring and not allowing people to socialize. And even though when they were socializing, they maintained social distance. Everybody was very clear about it, and they really went out of their way to help engage people so they could socialize versus being isolated, because I think the isolation, especially during these times, has done more harm to older adults than having social distance from 6 or 10 feet apart and being allowed to be involved and talk to other people, because I think many of the people don't have anybody, and it's not the same on the telephone as it is in person. And people can mask that something's really wrong on the telephone versus when you start to see them in person and start to realize that, yeah, maybe something's not as good as I thought it was.
I think a level of commitment that I've never seen in the past with our associates coming to work, and knowing that their work counts and their presence here counts in ensuring that the residents' safety and their families, they trust us with their loved ones. And I think everyone realizes that, and then that's what makes you get up in the morning and come into work, because you know that you truly make a difference on other people's lives.
I have felt very safe here, that they have done everything they possibly can to take care of us during this pandemic, because they had to adapt very quickly to the COVID-19 pandemic. They now at least serve us 2 meals, wonderful meals per day delivered to our rooms. They have opened the gym for 2 people at a time, the pool for 1 person at a time, and exercise classes for 8 people at a time. And they have sanitized and worked hard, done everything they could to keep us safe, and we're all very, very grateful.
But I'm the one who's responsible, and I needed to make sure that she was going to be okay. And it's nice to know she's safe and that she's secure, and I don't have to worry about her at nighttime going to sleep. I don't have to worry about her in the morning. I like the fact that there's protocol that if she doesn't open the door by 10 o'clock in the morning, somebody's calling and checking on her. So it's all the little things that make a difference.
Kisco Confidence means that we're creating the safest environment for your loved one to be in and our associates to work.
That's the promise of Kisco Confidence, the essence of peace of mind.